Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. I've been playing Stukov over the last couple days. I don't really know what came over me, but it's been going pretty well, dude. It's been going pretty good. So I figured I would share the build that I'm using, that I'm having fun with, and if you guys want to follow along at home, you can. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on the battlefield of eternity today. Level 1, we're going to go for Low Blow. Lurking Arm deals 100% more damage to enemies below 30% health. Lurking Arm is our E ability. We put it on the ground, and right now, we can channel this for as long as we want to. There's nothing stopping me from sitting here for the rest of the game channeling this. I mean, I guess I actually want to win the game, so there's that little thing that might be stopping me, but you get what I'm saying. You could just sit there and fucking channel it. We got 2 AFKs at the start. Make that 1 AFK at the start. So we are going to need to be careful. The friendly team, Stukov, Phoenix, Lunara, Vala, and Thrall. The enemy team, Kel'Thas, Murky, Ariel, Kira, and Kel'Thu motherfucking Zod. Kel'Thu Zod could actually give me a fair amount of trouble as a Stukov if we're not careful. We are going to have to play around him if we can. Lunara moving up is going to start poking away at the back line of this enemy team. She does need to be careful that far away, of course. Going to go ahead and try to silence their aggression as they're moving forward there. So our healing is done with the healing pathogen. This is our Q ability. We put it on a target. It'll spread from that target to nearby allies and hopefully heal them up relatively well. Now, it isn't the best healing. Think of it as like a regen globe, but a regen globe that you have all the time. How you enhance the healing further is with the bio kill switch. So at a moment's notice, you can take your heal that hopefully you have active on many members of your friendly team, like I did there, and then use the bio kill switch. It'll detonate the healing pathogen and make it so the healing pathogen disappears off of your allies, right? But then it will also heal for a large amount. Think of that as like a, I don't know, like a chain. I guess chain heal doesn't heal that much, but it's a way of healing up your entire party pretty fucking quickly. Now, I can sit here and channel this E as long as I want to, but Kel'Thu Zod is going to be able to hit his chains on me if we just sit here and do that. So I'm actually not too sure how I'm going to work that in. I guess we'll see. That'll be one of the obstacles we have to figure out how to pass in this game. So there are some negatives to our heal working this way. The first one is if we put our heal on Vala and then Vala just runs away, she's basically taking the entire team's heal with her. That happened the cast before this one. Now, luckily we didn't fucking need it. It was no big deal, right? I'm not trying to say, oh my God, we're gonna lose this game because of this Vala or anything like that. It wasn't a big deal because there was no damage going on. But let's say that you throw out your healing pathogen on someone and then they get put inside of a cocoon or something. Well, your healing pathogen was just removed from the game. Or if they go down in the mall or anything like that. So it is possible to have your heal taken from you. So it's important to remember that. An easy way around it is to self-cast the healing pathogen on yourself and then move into range of someone else and then have that be the means for which it spreads. I'm not gonna be able to do that all the time. Can do that a lot of the time, not all the time. Your mileage will vary. We are gonna pick up a nice, easy kill on the enemy team's Kel'Thas. Kira taking a lot of damage here in lane as well. You can see Lunara actually wasn't getting healed there because we never spread the pathogen to her. We gotta be mindful of it, dude. We gotta be real mindful. The friendly team is on the Immortal right now, and they're looking pretty good. We want to wait for the pathogen to spread to everyone and then heal, and we'll put down the silence in that area. Remember, our silence deals more damage to low health targets. I don't know what the fuck Ariel was trying to do there without her entire team, but that's the way she decided to go. And we can basically cut off that path, make her choose between life and death by putting that silence there. So powerful. You know, out of all the supports, I think Stukov is one of the best playmakers, dude. It's been so fun just jumping into the quick match with him and controlling the pacing of fights. As we hit level 10, it's going to get even easier to do as well. We do see Kira moving through this area. We're going to silence her. I don't think she connected with her E ability there. So we didn't actually stop anything, but I was trying to make it so she couldn't lasso in that position and get to safety. If you want to learn a little bit more about Kira, we just played her recently, and I fucking owned. I died to a mercenary camp. If you want to see that, it's there. I gotta be honest with you, I wasn't really paying attention to the map and I went to the wrong lane. My bad, dude. My bad. We're gonna go for Growing Infestation at level 7. This is going to make our E ability expand. Oh, she died because of me. It was my fault. It'll make our E ability expand. But it does give it a set duration. So no longer can we sit around for the entire video and channel our E in one location. It will only last so long now. This Thrall is playing really, really well. I'm trying to silence off of the roots that he's going in and initiating with. That way, whoever he has locked down is unable to actually cast any abilities. One very important thing to do, I think anyway, maybe I haven't been doing it super well, is to make sure that your healing pathogen is actually out on your allies before you stop to channel. Because we're effectively still healing right now. We can kind of walk around and do whatever we want and we're still healing. But let's say this is off cooldown, healing pathogen is ready to cast, but I'm sitting here channeling my E, then effectively a little bit of a wasted time. You know, we kind of have a rotation we have to adhere to. More so than other supports, I think. But we're able to keep our allies alive, no problem. We've done 16,000 healing so far in this game, which is nothing outrageous. Our allies haven't been taking that much damage, to be honest with you. They've been doing pretty good, keeping themselves healthy, which is nice to see. Really nice to see. We are going to be picking up some mercenary camps. No objective on the map or anything right now, so I don't expect that they'll be too successful. But we did get that top building versus the enemy team with the objective. So we do have the land advantage at the moment. We're going to spread that healing pathogen up to Vala. Try to silence these guys. I didn't actually see if the chain's connected there or not, but I didn't want them to chain anyone together. So trying to put the silence underneath Kel'Thuzad there to stop his incoming damage, that was the goal. Trying to get the heal to spread over to our Vala once again. The chains did connect, and he did manage to leash over to me, but we had a wall separating us, so he wasn't able to root us there. So you may be wondering, what's our W ability? Well, that's the weighted pustule, and I really suck at landing the weighted pustule. Ooh, I need to get my heal. We need to spread it to Vala. Beautiful. Okay, we're chilling, we're chilling. So, hurl a pustule that impacts an enemy in its path, dealing 30 damage and slowing them by 5%. Increasing, we're going to silence onto the Kira. We're going to hit her with the weighted pustule. Fucking, I was just about to grab massive shove just to push her into the wall and kill her. Okay. So, it's a slow. That's what it is. That's what it does. It's okay at being a slow. Don't spread bomb. Thank you. You're gonna be fine. See, Thrall just ran away with my heal here, and I wasn't able to spread it to Vala. That feels bad when that happens. Again, I could have avoided that by casting it on myself and then trying to move to Thrall, but I didn't do that. So Bio Kill Switch does have a 16-second cooldown, and Bio Kill Switch will basically detonate any of your viruses. So think of your heal as a virus. You're spreading it to your team. That's what we're going to call it. It's a virus. Not too much I can do to help Thrall. I'm just going to try to silence Kira at the moment and shove her away. We're going to try to keep him alive as best as we can. We could have detonated our Q there, but we didn't do it. There we go. We'll detonate it now, and at least he has a little bit of health to work with. Massive Shove is our heroic ability. I do like the single target shove quite a bit. I believe the general community consensus is that the flail swipe is better overall. But silence on Ariel. She's not going to be able to heal there. She is going to be executed by the damage of our silence. We'll just keep trying to spread this around as best we can. Weighted Pustule is out, and it did land, so we are going to detonate that and then silence the area in front of her, securing the kill once again. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So what the Massive Shove does, 20-second cooldown, it's a straight line skill shot. So point and click, dude. If anything gets hit by the skill shot, they're going to be shoved back until they collide with terrain. And that's important to distinguish, because if they don't collide with terrain for 5 seconds, you're still sitting there channeling, waiting for them to collide with terrain. So there is a little bit of thought that needs to go into when you cast the ability. We're going to silence on Kel'Thuzad here and secure the kill again. So I really like to use it to make fights completely one-sided. Also on maps like, I've had a lot of success with it on Dragonshire, where I can just kind of move into a flanking position relatively easily, because, you know, people are always just kind of fighting in the middle of the lane on Dragonshire. So I can move behind them and push them into my team's buildings very easily. A little bit more difficult to do on this map. We're gonna silence the area that the enemy team was standing in trying to DPS our dude down. Continue to spread the healing pathogen as best as we can. Get one over to Thrall here. Murky's looking like he wants to engage. Murky's unstoppable. I'm not sure what the best action there would have been. I was gonna push him away, but he's unstoppable, so I would have had to shove a little bit sooner than that. But we pushed in with the Immortal. I think we can leave just fine. Murky rotated back up to top. He's fighting Vala right now. And we can put our Lurking Arm right underneath this to help DPS it down. If we go ahead and check our healing stats, 30,000 healing. Again, nothing outrageous. I had a game where I had just a bunch of squishies on my team, and I was healing, like, I had 40,000 healing in like the first 6 minutes or something. It was fucking ridiculous. So this healing can scale up to be a little bit more impressive than what we're doing. It can. It just hasn't happened this game. The enemy team is taking over mercenary camps in the top lane. This might be a good opportunity for me here on Ariel, back into the wall. Now, of course, I have the entirety of the enemy team's attention on me, but lucky for us, we heal for a little. Oh no! We made it, dude. We made it. It worked out. I didn't see where Ariel died. Did she go for Resurrect? Or no, she went for Crystal. Okay, so we don't have to worry about her popping up behind us or anything. Woo, woo. Woo, a little scary, dude. It was a little scary, but those playmaking opportunities, I think, is what makes Stukov so goddamn fun. And for areas like this, we can just decide, you know what, Murky? You can't cast your safety bubble. You can't do shit. And if you decide you want to try to contest this, I'm just gonna move you off of it with my shove. Basically what I'm saying is this is my fucking camp, dude. We'll go ahead and save her. Beautiful, dude. Just beautiful. No need to detonate the healing pathogen because she's in no danger right now. We're just gonna keep giving her the heal as we're moving around. And hopefully that's gonna be enough to keep her alive. Now, a fantastic power spike here at level 16, Pox Populi, allows us to spread the heal to everyone on our team, then detonate it, and the heal gets refreshed. It is so much fucking healing. It's ridiculous. Now, there is a little bit of nuance with the timing. So we're looking at Thrall, because Thrall's the first person that we cast the ability on. And we want to wait to detonate until Thrall's is almost done. That's the ideal. That's for like maximum duration. Now maybe in the middle of a fight you can't really do that, but it's something to think about. Because if we hit D right now, it refreshes the duration of everyone that has the healing pathogen on them. So if you want to get the most out of it, pay attention to the first person you cast it on. We'll try to silence Murky here. I don't think it's going to amount to anything. Maybe it would have been better off using that silence behind the wall here. Maybe a bit of a misplay there. Phoenix is down in the bottom lane, so we don't have him with us. Let's go ahead and cast. Oh, she lassoed me. We'll get the healing pathogen spreading once again. Murky coming up for an octo grab on me. At least that's what it looks like. We're going to be able to walk away, no problem. We're healing up our allies, no problem. We're putting a silence down right where Kel'Thuzad's going to run to help with the execute. I messed up my detonation there. I was a fucking millisecond off trying to heal up Vala, but it just fell off. Oh. I was gonna shove her and try to kill her on impact. It does do some damage. 300 damage when it hits terrain, I think. Or is that on impact? No, that's when they hit terrain. So, I mean, it's not a lot by any means, but you can kill him. Actually, my auto attack probably hits twice that hard right now. That's one thing I didn't really do very well in this particular game, is get full use out of my auto attacks, because they are pretty fucking strong, dude. They're pretty fucking strong. I was thinking about trying to shove her away, but it looks like I won't have to today. The living bomb is spreading, but everyone's fine. Everyone's health is holding up pretty well. We are starting to deal some core damage here. Now, unfortunately, my Lurking Arm doesn't deal siege damage, so you can see me putting that there doesn't do anything. Sad day, boys. Sad fucking day. I was playing against a Kerrigan earlier, and I was having such a great time because, you know, Kerrigan's trying to pull you into her hitbox, basically, with the Kerrigan combo. So let's say Kerrigan was approaching from here. I would just kind of run towards her and then shove her into my buildings. So she'd be trying to land the combo thinking I'm trying to run away. Literally all I'm trying to do is get behind her so I can use massive shove more. It's such a fun ability. Now you can see I'm like not casting it off cooldown or anything. I'm trying to use it in team fights when I actually think it'll matter. Like, if I get a good shove on Ariel and I remove her from the team fight while I have the healing pathogen still moving around, then that means our team has a healer even though I'm effectively stunned, right? So you do got to do a little bit of setup with it to make it work out perfectly. Kind of the same mentality with the Lurking Arm, right? You don't just want to cast Lurking Arm if people on your team are taking damage. You want to have the healing pathogen moving first and then decide if it's a good situation to use the Lurking Arm in. I'm just kind of hanging out with the team. The Immortal's going to be coming up pretty soon. If we want to take this camp, I'm down. I think we can take risks, considering we're level 19. Let's go ahead and move him off. Silence this area as they're trying to move back in. And I kept that silence going for probably a little bit too long. I'm going to go ahead and detonate that. Use our trait there because we did have a slow on Kira. And that's going to be an easy Merc camp secured for us and 4 kills picked up by the friendly team. And that's just part of our playmaking potential, you know what I mean? Like, Stukov is such an exciting support to play. And you constantly have to be thinking about your positioning and making sure that you're moving this pathogen around effectively. It's really, really fun. Really fun. We're going to go for top off, which is just going to make it so while our allies are above 60% health, the baseline healing that we're doing with the healing pathogen is going to be increased. So think of it as like a regen globe throughout most of the game, but now it's like a regrowth for Malfurion while he's healing. I don't know. I didn't really plan this sentence out. It's just doing more fucking healing. It's pretty fucking good. Let's see if we... What if we just... Oh, it hit the building. Okay, yeah, can't go through terrain. That was dumb. Trying to silence Kel'Thuzad here, not going to work out for me, but luckily his chains don't land. We did lose our Vala. She's right, I didn't see it. I actually have no idea what just happened. I have no fucking clue. Pyroblast being cast on me. Oh no, what will I do? Oh no. We'll try to silence on Kira. A little late there. Definitely could have improved that execution. Spreading the healing pathogen around to our allies. Everyone's got it right now. Spread it again. Where's Thraw? Where's Thraw? Where's Thraw? Okay, notice I'm not detonating this because I don't feel like I really need to. We're gonna push Kira away, interrupting her final assault thing there. Not that it would have mattered, he wouldn't have died. Everything's fine because the core is dead, dude. So we did 58,000 healing to the enemy team's Ariel 38,000. She was not healing very much. I mean, Ariel's kind of hard to play, but I feel like we were doing all right. Thrall picking of MVP, he played very well. He deserves it. I didn't have that much silence time. I've been ending the game with like 70 seconds of silence time overall from just putting that silence underneath people. Now, as I said, I suck with the weighted pustule. I barely get any value out of it at all. So that's something I'm looking towards improving with Stukov. But that being said, this build is so focused on his E ability, especially once you get lingering spines, that it was kind of just an afterthought for me. There are some really cool W talents though, whatever that thing was called, I already forgot. So we went for low blow into one good spread, growing infestation, massive shove, lingering spines, pox populi, and top off. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again next time. Okay.